To be live again. Welcome back to part 2 of the Warhammer 40,000 Recruit Edition Assembly. Last video we just finished these, what are they called? The Intercessor Marines, I believe. So, these were pretty fun, got through them pretty quick. I really like the details, I'm really looking forward to painting them. That's fun. It was really fun. So fun that I do feel like at least we probably won't finish the mode right now. Maybe we will, but I at least want to start on some of these Necron models. So let's actually go ahead and put these guys. No, we'll keep them there for now. You can look at them a little bit. But then let's get the manual here, or not the manual, but the actually the recruit manual, and then the build instructions should be somewhere in here. That was for the Assault Intercessors. Alright, how to build the Necron Warriors. Let me read through this. Oh, I already read through this earlier, so nothing important there. It's just telling us we have some options. It should be good enough. So it says that this is the recommended Gauze Flyer weapon. This marked out as the A weapon on the sprue, or A option on the sprue. Yeah, I'm fine with the Gauze Flare. Gauze Reaper, I wish I could have maybe one or two of those in gameplay. But no worries, the Flare shall work just fine. Alright, on to sprue number 2, or 3. If you consider we already did the one for the Marines, and then the Marine Leader. So yeah, it's just the Necrons now. So let's go ahead and get started with B1, B2, and B3A. Alright, B1. Oh wow, I really need to make sure I'm doing this on camera here. Actually, let me move that up a bit. Alright. And so it begins. Part 2. These pieces definitely feel a lot more delicate than the Marines, as they are just little robotic skeletons. So there's not much plastic rigidity to work with here. But that should be fine, because this looks pretty good. Alright, on to A2. Excuse me, B2. Right there. Easy enough. Don't really need a... I'll trim it up a little here. No, actually, that should be fine. That's fine. I'll leave that there. Alright, now we want B3A. So I guess because it says B there, it's just going to say 3B, and then we want 3A. $33A. B3A, there we go. sure we line that up right. There we go. Oh, shoot. Gotta be careful when you apply pressure on these. Alright, that should be good. And then we might as well get the rest here too. But looks like we have an option. We have B4 or B4A. And the difference is, it looks like this one has a dent on the right side of the head. This one has a little scratch dent on the left side of the head. But let's see if we can find them and then compare them. So about 4A right there. And then we want to find B4. B4 or B4A. So maybe it's just as 4? There we go. There's 4 right there. So do we want the dent on the right side or the dent on the left side? Looks like the different models have different options too. So for this one, I'm feeling just plain old 4. I like the depth of the little crater in his head there. So we'll do that one. And then, hopefully, if that rings true, then we'll be able to swap them out when we want, just like these parts. So that'd be cool. Alright, then we need B5, and that should be it for the first one. And again, it should just say 5. So let's cut that there. Alright, let's put this together here. Put this all back up again here, try to keep it on camera. Very interesting design here. And then, I don't know if the camera's gonna get that, but there's these little, like, ridges on the head. We'll kind of make sure it's lined up. Like that. Cool. Right. Toss it on there. Squeeze it down. Let's grab him a 32mm stand, which is just a plain old one. Find a good angle for him. Yeah, that's good. And there is our first Necron warrior. Equipped with a gauze flare. That's going to look really good with some terrain on it. That's going to look really good. As far as colors, I don't know. I've been hoping to go really a little bit more customized and creative with the colors on these. But I don't know. It might be a project for this one. There's so little surface area to work with. So it's going to have to be something that really, really pops and still has a lot of depth to it. But we got time. We got plenty of time to figure that out. So let's go ahead and move on to Necron number 2. Alright, B7 and B8A. So we just want 7 and 8 off of here. Seven. And let's find 8. Eight A right there. Oh, whoops. I knew I cut it. Alright, don't want to be cutting this one up too much because it's so round that I really don't want to cut into that. So we'll say that's good. Alright, now we need B6. There we go. Time to add some commentary, I feel like. Now that I'm kind of in the zone a bit. I'm going to say this is very therapeutic. Actually, I don't know if I've even really talked about my painting career so far. Let me keep my headphones on here. Yeah, so I never really liked painting. Out of all the hobbies I do enjoy, I just never really cared for it. I suppose when I say painting, I usually am thinking, like on a canvas, kind of creating art rather than just filling it in and coloring it. But just the whole concept didn't really appeal to me too much. But now that I have been looking into tabletops again, I figured it might be worth looking into a bit. Got B6 here. Let's move on to B10 and maybe B9. Ooh, yeah, I like that crooked jaw there. We're probably going to go with that one, but we'll see in a minute. But I never really cared for painting until I figured I might as well try it out. And I got, actually, it was a Warhammer 40k. I wish I knew what it was. It's called like Marines Plus Paint or set or something. And it comes with 3 Space Marines and like 6 paints. And I forced my buddy to buy a set too to try it out. And he got along with his. Even today he's still working on it, taking his time with it. But I just fell in love with mine immediately. Sorry, I gotta pay attention here. B10. I fell in love with it as soon as I did the first brush stroke on the Space Marine shoulder. I was like, wait a minute, this is actually pretty easy. The paint is high quality, so it spreads pretty well. It's pretty easy to cover up mistakes too, and I obviously did plenty of research about it beforehand. And actually, that's not my first paint set. My first paint set, whoops. My first paint set, so I'll bring it down here. It was this one, the Adventure Starter RPG paint set by Game Master. Well, it's by Army Painter, but Game Master, I guess, is a style paint. Well, I don't know. They're Fanatic paints, War paints, Fanatic. I don't know. It's got a lot of different names to it. But I opened that up, and really the only reason I got it was because I was looking for some thorough instructions on how to paint. Oh, I just dropped the plastic. There we go. I was looking for a guide on how to paint, and it came with one. But funny enough, I believe that guide is supposed to be free, as it kind of advertises all the different paints that Army Painter carries. And I just thought it was kind of funny that I spent like $50 or so on the kit, just really only utilize the instructions. Alright, let's find B9 and B9A. Anyways, long story short, I haven't. I guess I've used the paints now, but I still have the sprue for all the little characters it came with, and I don't really regret it. It was just kind of ironic how I haven't been using it in the way I expected. But I got that Warhammer kit, and I actually thought the Space Marines would be a bit of what do they call that, like scrap. I was just gonna, you know, see how crappy I am at painting and then scrap it afterwards. Let's find B9 here. But I actually really enjoyed it. There's B9. And, yeah, that's just kind of, there we go. B9A, definitely going with that one. Just kind of been one thing after another. And, it was funny how I've been looking for models to paint, as it is kind of just a craving sometimes now. It's definitely an addiction. It's very therapeutic. Even this paint, cutting models, while not really preferred, I definitely prefer to paint or something. Even this, once you kind of get into it, is just so fun. It really allows you to disconnect from the world, I guess. Let's throw this guy together here. So yeah, I've just been painting and enjoying all these figures. And I guess since I've had these kits for so long, I figured at some point I'd have to paint them. Actually, I was kind of planning on just leaving them gray, which maybe just for the fun of it. Maybe I'll play a game before I paint them. But painting is definitely where the fun is for me now. Which I never thought I'd say, but it really is just so fun. So therapeutic. More than fun, I guess. Because you do definitely have to have patience for it. Alright, let's see here. Get this guy set up. Yeah, it's definitely something I'd recommend to everybody. If you can get just a cheap kit like I did with those Space Marines, I got it for like $30-40. You know, couple minifigures, a little bit of paint. It's a really good gateway into the hobby. Gotta be careful with this guy here. I'm squeezing on the arms a bit to push down this chest piece. I don't want to ding up this too much either, though. There we go. Just had to give him a firm squeeze. It's good enough. That is plenty good enough. Neck run number 2, complete. Let's keep it going. Engine number 3, we're going to be using B12, B13A, and 11. So 11, 12, 13. It's 11. Let's find 12. Hmm. There we go. Now they're starting to show up on the other side of the sprues. Or sprue, I guess, if this is a singular piece. $11, $12, $13A. There we go, right there. Right, pretty easy cut there. There's 13. Now for the head options, again, I probably want to go with a more distorted one there. Oops. Let's compare. We have 14 here, and then where's 14A? So 14's got the little things hanging out, and then 14A. Looks like a dented jaw and forehead or something. I'm going with the loose cables on 14. That's definitely going to be a lot cooler, especially when it's painted. That's going to really stand out nice. Chin looks pretty good there. Just need to be cleaned up. And let's look for B15 right there. Okay, throw this guy together. Again, really sorry about doing a lot of this off camera. It's just so comfortable for me to, have my hands back like this. I really just gotta lean forward, but then I got this bar in front of my head here, so it's a little tough. But we're making do. Oh, maybe this needs to rotate a bit. Seems like these arms don't really want to. The right arm doesn't want to stay in place on any of these. Huh. How does that... Oh, I guess it clips in? Interesting. Let's get this guy clipped in here. No, that one's... should be good. That one needs to be pushed in. Hmm. Actually, maybe it's fine. I think it should be okay. Necron Warrior number 3 complete. On to the next page. Whoa! I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining. This is what I paid for. This is the fun part. It's where you have just content upon content. It's not really content, but yeah, I mean stuff to work on. Project after project keeps you occupied. Right, let's go ahead and get started with B16. We got 17 right here. Might as well pop that out here. $17. Got 16 right here. There's a tricky spot here. See, we got that, what's supposed to be a loose cable. So we gotta be really careful not to slice that off here. We'll do a slow... I don't know. This is a tricky one here. There we go. We'll leave a I guess we'll leave a little bit on there. I don't want to... Just don't want to mess with this wire under it. Oh, careful. Careful, careful. Alright, that looks great. Perfect. There we go. Problem solved. Okay. Now we need 18A. Okay, looks like we got more head options here. I'm going to go with another loose cable one. Yeah, 19A has a weird, a little too aggressive of a scowl. Kind of a frown rather than aggressive look. So yeah, we'll definitely go with the standard 19 here. Alright, and then B20 body, and that should be number 4. These little trees right here, very weird to cut. It feels like you're not cutting anything. Some of these, I don't know what they're called, but the little tree supports that I'm cutting here, some of them are very thick, some of them are very thin. Not a bad thing. Just very interesting how complex this stuff is. That was a quick one. Alright. 21, 22, 23. Was that 21? Yeah, now we need 22. Right here. Hmm. Well, it seems like the fill was, or the support was right on the angle there, right on the elbow, but it looks fine. Maybe a little bit chipped off, but no worries. Definitely nothing noticeable. It's not like I recorded it for the internet to see or anything like that. No, sir. No, it's fine. All right, let's go into 23A right here. That one turned out pretty good. I'm not going to bother with it. That's fine. Alright, head options for this one. Looks like, again, very similar. It's just a scratch on the right side or a dent on the top side. Well, let's do the dent for this one. Why not? We'll say B24. B24 right here. And then B25 body with the very thin support. Hmm. It's not clamping on as easy as the others do. Oh, there we go. I got it. There we go. And there is number 5. Wow, that's stacking up over here, man. Wow, that is a lot of figures. Minis, minifigs, whatever you want to call them. Alright. Now we're on to 26, 27, 28. P28A, there we go. Shave off just a little bit there. Trying to keep this cable rounded out. There we go, that's good. Keep forgetting what number we're on, but this is 5. No, we just did 5. On 6. Now this is 28. Now we're on to 29, and then the heads definitely looks like B30A is the way to go. So B29, B30A. Where's that 30A at? Yeah, it is 30A. Oh, there it is. See if we can clean up this chin a bit. Got a little bit of a plastic skeleton beard going on here. Go. I wonder if these little gears in the head are so you can like keep it at an angle or something. That's right now. We're good. No, the arms fell out. Right, Necron number 6. Welcome to the world. Right, on to 7. Wow, there's a lot of these. We still have like 4, maybe 5 more. Holy smokes. 31, 32, 33. Well, we have 33A here. That's easy enough. B-32. I feel like I should be adding some more commentary, but I'm just kind of in the zone. This is, I guess one of the benefits of not having any viewers. I can do whatever I want, stop when I want, start when I want. Kind of just, vlogging, I guess. As much as I would like to do this for people live, so I can, you know, talk to people and react to comments, so on and so forth. I don't know. Guess I'm enjoying it while I can, I suppose. Because once you get viewers, they're kind of, unless you fall off, then they're kind of there. You can't really can't do this, can't have this perspective of streaming into the great yonder or something. I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm having a blast right now. This is fun. Ooh, 34 and 34A might be a tough comparison. These both look really cool. 34, you got like the broken head or broken skull and the eye kind of sticking out a little. Same thing with 34A, but the skull's more intact. Hmm. Oops. Let's do. We'll do 34. That one's going to do better with paint. Okay, so we got that done. Now we need B35. A little scraping here. Or slicing, I guess. That should be good. I don't know why I started assembling it early. Oops. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the slightest. That is the type of leniency I'm trying to enjoy right now. Tough to push this one down, but I think we got it. All right, number 7 complete. Yeah, no, my zoom is set up right now. Whoops. But anyways, there's that. On to number 8. Holy cow, there's a lot of these. Worked pretty good. Scrape off a bit here. Should be good enough. We'll paint over that. That's fine. All right, head options for this one. Wait, we just did. Yeah, we just did 7. We're on 8 right now. Let's go with the dented head here. It's going to be 40 right there. Check his beard. We don't need a beard, Mr. Necron Warrior. You don't need that. Be 39. It's this one right here. This is kind of cool. It's a chest piece, but the wires are hanging out on the front. Pretty brutal for a robot. And I think that's good. Slide the wires through there carefully. Oh. Goes in at a bit of a weird angle, and that's fine. That should be okay. For number 8. Alright, looks like we got 1, 2, these guys, and then the leader. And that will be all the assembly for the starter kit. So we're almost there. And I am enjoying every second of it, by the way. Even though I'm not really doing commentary, that is kind of, well, just part of it. Don't really have much to say right now. I'm just going with the vibes. Really gotta move up here and keep the camera. I keep going off camera here. I know I am, so again, I'm very sorry about that. But alas, I am in the zone and do not. I don't know. I'm trying to keep it in frame. We got it. 41, 42, 43. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Oh, I was looking at 28A, but it's hidden right there. 48A. There we go. These seem to be the worst right here. Actually, they're popping off pretty easy. It's just one of the most dangerous cuts to make, I'd say. Right. As usual, I'm just going to go with the most dented, most gruesome head I can find. So 45A. Definitely wondering if I'm going to cut out all the extras like I did for the Space Marines. Because there's quite a few, and they're all very small pieces too, so maybe I'll keep them in the sprue. Who knows? Looks like piece B44 is going to be another chest piece with some of the wires hanging out. Pretty cool touch. Looks like this guy's head curves a little to the right here, or tilts to the right a bit. Actually, no. Well, yeah, I guess the top tilts to the right. So we're about right there. There we go. I gotta say, as sensitive or as delicate as these things are, it is pretty nice how push fit they are. It's pretty foolproof. You know, I feel like honestly, I feel like the arms and some of the pieces are a little more universal, but for the most part, it's almost as if you could just cut everything out of the sprues and then just kind of puzzle everything together. Well, it's definitely not ideal, and yeah, just a thought. Gonna slide the wires down again here. Wow, number 9. Holy cow. These Space Marines are up for some trouble. Holy smokes. We still got one more here, it looks like. Starting with piece B46. And I'm already starting to miss cutting out these body pieces. 1, 2, do a third there. Fourth cut there, and it drops. Yeah, it's part of why this is so therapeutic is because it's so, I guess, repetitive. There's a better word for it than repetitive. Cyclic. I don't know if that's even a word. I just mean it kind of goes in cycles. You know, you do this literally our what 10th time doing this. So you get good at it. You look forward to improving every time. And yeah, it's part of the fun of the hobby. Is simply scraping tiny pieces of plastic away from bigger pieces of plastic and turning them into their own little figures, and not just figures, but stories with, you know, whatever kind of lore you decide to give them. What piece are we on? 47, 48. You know, one thing that's nice about streaming is that I won't have to upload anything afterwards. I'll just have the video ready to go, and yeah, can make edits as needed. Oops, getting ahead of myself again here. Alright. Now it's gotta be this one. Right? 48A. So this must be 13A, right? Oh. I think I must have used that one already. Where would I have used it? I don't know, it doesn't matter though. Obviously, there's the last one here, so if it fits, it sits. Oh, man. I am not looking forward to finding out how much I've done off camera. Because everything is just down here, just slightly out of range. But again, with 0 viewers right now, this is looking to be some pretty good B-roll. Now, didn't we already... Yeah, there's the arm. I don't know why I put that on. Just give it a second here and get everything else together. B49, where are you? Right there. Ooh, knife slipped a little there. Alright, the last head option is going to be B50, as it has the exposed eye circuitry, which again is going to definitely look the best with paint. As far as angle, it looks like it goes a little bit to the right. Oh no. Ooh, that does not look right. That does not look right at all. Alright. So this was 13A. Which one of these used 13A? That was number 3. Um, this guy. Alright, hopefully this will be just a quick swap then. Hopefully just swap 13 and 48 here. Careful here with the plastic. That looks better. That looks much better. Alright, hopefully this will snap in properly now. Perfect. And that concludes the 10th, I believe, the 10th Necron Warrior. Right there. But we're not done yet, just yet. We still have the Canoptech Scarab Swarms. So let's get started on that. Let's start with some pretty easy snipping here. Probably going to have to do a little bit of scraping away with the scalpel, though. Yeah, this is going to need some cleaning up here. And again, you never need to scrape off too much if you can just paint over it. Might as well cut out the last ones here, it looks like. And then we just throw them onto the character stand thingamajig, whatchamacallit. Whoops. Shoot, let me make sure I don't get this mixed up too much. Okay. That. Cut out this last guy here. Looks like the arm there bent just a wee bit, but I think it should be okay. Just scrape it up a bit, that's fine. And with that, the scalpel drops. We pick up these things. Oh, actually, no, we're not even done. We still have one more. Wow. We still have one more to go. If you had any doubts about whether or not this kit would keep you occupied with the models, question no further, because this has plenty to work with. I think that's the wrong one. Oops, no. Did I mess these up? I might have messed this up a bit. Let's see, because these obviously just, that's done. They're just going like that. But this one, a wee bit stubborn. Oh, there we go. Maybe that works. Ah, yes, it was just on at the wrong angle, I think. Yes. And with that, we have the Can-Up Tech Scarab Swarms complete. Place for installation. Or assembly. Oh my gosh, man, there's just a wall of characters here. Alright, now we're going to skim through the book a little bit to find the final model, the Royal Warden. I'm going to have to keep the page down here somehow. Actually, I guess I'll move it over here. Let's go ahead and look through this real quick, just to make sure we didn't forget anything. It should just be skulls and guns, which it appears to be. So we will put that up there. No! Everybody's falling over. Actually, no, I do want to keep it here just so hopefully it's in frame a little bit. Push it down a bit. Alright, it says how to build the Royal Warden. Now it's time for the Necrons to receive a powerful warrior of their own to lead them in battle as the fighting escalates. Following the instructions below, you can build your mighty Royal Warden and add this imposing miniature to your Necron collection. Take care and take your time when building this miniature, as it has some relatively fine and delicate components. Duly noted. Start with C1 and C2. C1 is going to be a body piece. Yeah, this feels like a delicate piece here. C1's done. Now on to C2. You know, let's just cut everything. Nah, I guess this one we'll do one step at a time. Might as well take our time. Well, this one doesn't even connect, so we will have to go to C3 here. C3. It's gonna go through here. I think? No. According to the instructions, it goes like this. Hopefully. Might as well cut out the rest real quick here, just for simplicity. Now, at least this guy gets this gun, so we will at least have one on the battlefield, so that is very nice. Because it'd be a shame to have a whole model of weapon and never see it on the battlefield. Oh, wow. Alright. Well, one thing I can say for sure, no, actually I can't. The sprues are not all done because we still have these spares. But I guess for now, as far as the initial assembly, yes, all the sprues have been cut. And we are on the final assembly of the night. Really careful with this piece. This one feels like one of the delicate ones I was talking about. Okay. We're going to toss the gun on here. Gotta be careful again with the plastic. This is very, very delicate stuff. Alright, now we give it a good squeeze. Ah, we should put the head on first. Darn it. Well, Oh no! Oops. Should be fine though. We don't really need the instructions anymore. Now we just need to pop this front piece off a bit so that we can put the head on behind it. It's proving to be a little tough though. Everything's a little snug now. Maybe I can just pull the spine back a bit. Whoopsies. That's not good. Let's see if we can wobble this out a bit here. There we go. It felt like it was working. Oh, there we go. Maybe we can just kind of bend the neck back, lodge the head down, and clip it on there. There we go. Oh, because they're part of his face. Oh, okay. All right, everyone. With that being said, with that being done, with that time being spent, now we have the Warhammer 40,000 10th edition Recruit Edition starter set complete and ready for priming, painting, and gameplay. That was fun. I've definitely had a blast. I can't wait to come back to these in a few minutes and look over them all completed. Um, yeah, that was really fun. This is just one step in the process. And holy cow, what a process. Look at all of these. Oh my gosh. Man. Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching. And be sure to tune in next time. And we'll get to the next step in the process of playing. All right. We'll call it there.